Hey guys, it's Tinker Tailor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Mew, which is actually the last Pokemon of Gen 1. Like, we are done. Today, like, this build finished Gen 1. Tomorrow, we start Gen 2. Like, how crazy is that? That's insane. That, like, we're already at Gen 2. I don't know, that to me is just kind of like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean we're at Gen 2? It's so super exciting. I cannot wait to get started on that. Gen 2 is going to be slightly less. I think Gen 2 has 100 and... Actually, I think it's just 100 Pokemon. I do have a little spreadsheet here with all the information. Yeah, it's just 100. So we'll get through that a little bit quicker. Maybe like a month quicker, I think. Not sure. Actually, in the middle of October, or towards the start of October, that's when we're finished. I have a little whiteboard with all of the builds that I'm going to be doing from July till December this year on it. And yeah, it's October 6th is the last day of Gen 1, and Gen 2. I started Gen 1 in January, and it's taken us till today. So that is, what, nearly... How do I count? That is nearly 6 months. Whereas Gen 2 will be 1, 2, 3 and a bit. 3 and a bit months. Like, that is a huge difference between the two. But yeah, I don't know, it's super exciting and super fun, and I can't wait to actually, just get in and get cracking on them. If you are looking for pack restricted builds specifically, the builds that are all of the starter Pokemon, they will always be pack restricted, and they will use 4 or less packs. So I don't have to use 4, but I have to use 4 or less. So if I want to use a 5th pack, that's too bad, can't use it. So yeah, that's kind of like an interesting little challenge I have for myself. And it's also a way to make sure that, yeah, if you yourself are pack restricted, that I do, put some pack restricted things out there. And it's not just, a ton of stuff. Because, yeah, like this build here, I tried to do a lot of jungle adventure, and I did pretty well with most of it. And then I just used like an item here and an item there, and it adds up so quickly, and it's sort of infuriating because you don't want it to add up. You don't want it to, I don't want to constantly use all the packs forever. And I ended up using, I think, 15, which, not great, but, also not terrible. So I used 6 expansion packs. I used 3 game packs, 2 stuff packs, and 4 kits. How much is that? That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 15. So, 15, it's not great, but it's a lot better than, 30, 40 odd, something like that. But yeah, the specific pack restricted ones are the starter Pokemon. I do have a few others out there that are pack restricted, and I have gone in with some of them, not all of them. I have typed in pack restricted into the description in the hopes that, like if you guys search it up, you'll come across it and whatnot. Like it'll stand out, being like, hey, this one's pack restricted. So yeah, look, I'll at some point have the information together of the ones that are pack restricted and whatnot. It's just that, there's so many things to put in that it's kind of really difficult to have those ones. I don't know, like I don't really have an easy way to show you guys which ones are pack restricted and which ones aren't, and which ones contain what packs, in a way that isn't, just like extremely difficult for you guys to look at. And initially I was also planning on having a sort of like pack review thing going on today, where I looked at all the packs and kits that were used throughout this, I was going to say season, but it's not really a season, is it? It's a generation. But yeah, as you can probably hear, I'm still a little bit sick, and I also haven't quite finished putting all the details in and whatnot. But it's definitely something I will do at the end. You know, at the end, I will give you a generation by generation breakdown of like each and everything. I will give you the total breakdown of like all the packs used, what are the packs most likely to use together. But I do have to take into account things like when packs and kits are released, so that the statistics aren't swayed, because, you know, some of these things, for example, Get to Jungle Adventure, that's totally what it's called, that one has been released for a while, you know, that was something that was not, like that was already a thing before this pack, before this build series existed. But things like Business and Hobbies, the Sleek Bathroom Kit, all that sort of stuff, like that sort of stuff was released during the thing. And I'm also going to put it for when I actually got the pack or kit myself, so that, again, the statistics are way less swayed. But yeah, it should be good, should be interesting, and hopefully by then I'll have it all figured out. But yeah, I don't know, it's kind of interesting and fun and weird and different, and I don't know, like it's odd. It's a very odd little thing I've got going on with the statistics and whatnot, looking at it. And I honestly, I cannot wait till the end, because at the end, when I have all 1025 Pokemon done, I can look at all the details and be like, wow, like I did use this pack, you know, 936 times, like clearly that's a good pack. But also, yeah, like the analysis of which ones I use together, that's probably what I'm most keen for. I want to know what are the ones that I use together the most. What are the ones that, you know, okay, I'm somebody who has Horse Ranch. What's the pack I personally use the most with Horse Ranch? And it's kind of a way for, like, you guys, if you guys are interested in getting just another pack or a kit or something like that, what ones actually go together, what are the relationships between them all for building. It will be biased because it is my building, and, you know, you guys might not build the same way I do, but it should still be somewhat helpful, because if you are noticing that you like all of the builds that I do that use a lot of Horse Ranch or that are very Horse Ranch oriented, then you know that, okay, cool, like the other items that are used in this are probably going to be ones that I like as well. I also recommend that if you find an item, just a single item that you absolutely love and absolutely must have, I would say you have to like at least 50% of the build pack, or, you know, if you're just a builder, you have to like at least 50% of the build stuff. And if you're just interested in cast, same thing. And if you're interested in gameplay, there's going to be, you know, at least one aspect of the game that you have zero issues with, you just want to use that 24/7. Because otherwise, yeah, I don't want you guys like buying a pack or a kit or anything like that just because of one item that you want. Yeah, make sure you like at least 50% of it, you know? And if you like doing build and cast and gameplay, or a mixture, some sort of mixture of any of those, you know, the 50% is 50% of everything. So for me, cast honestly does not matter at all, because I don't do gameplay, so that's why I don't currently have any cast kits. I do intend on getting them for the A to Z challenge, which I will talk about in a second. But yeah, at the moment I'm not really too fussed about it, because it's just not my thing, you know? There are some packs that, kits with, cast related kits that, looking at them, I'm like, I would, like, if I played the game, I would wear these clothes. I would use these clothes. These are cool. Like, yeah, I'd probably get these. But then there are some that are like, meh, I don't think I'd touch them at all. So, yeah, it's... I'm kind of going against that by getting those later on in the year. But, like I said, I do have this challenge called the A to Z challenge. It is a build and cast challenge. So if you were interested in building and or cast, and you were looking for a fun, I'm going to call it a series of challenges. It's not necessarily one, it's a series. But yeah, essentially it runs for 26 weeks. Each week is its own mini challenge, and you get a new letter, and you can do a build and or cast creation based on that letter. So yeah, it's meant to be that if you don't have the time or patience or energy, or you don't have an idea for that week or anything like that, you don't have to do that week. It's one of the things where like you can just mix and match as you please, you know? If it is inconvenient for you to build that week, or again, you can't come up with an idea, or you're just really busy, or you just don't feel like it, that's totally fine. Like, it's one of those things where you just do whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you feel good, and that's fine. Like, it's that's the whole point of the challenge. Is it's supposed to be something that if you want to challenge yourself and try something new, try something different, work on something that you really, really like and really, really enjoy, you do whatever you want. You mix and match and chop and change it however you want. And it's really going to be up to you guys, because I don't want to stress anyone out, you know. I do it every week, and it's a lot. It's very much a lot. I do not recommend it, and that's why with the building portion, you can do a room. You don't have to do a full build. So if you wanted to do, like, let's say a jungle residential rental, right? Or a jungle vacation home or whatever, you could just do, like, the jungle vacation bedroom. It doesn't have to be a full build. It can be part of a build. It can be just a room. It can be just landscaping as well. I've had a few builds that are just landscaping, and they are phenomenal. And then, yeah, with Cass, you don't have to do every single outfit choice, and you don't have to do, like, multiple, you know, I know you can do, I think it's 5 options per category, so, like, 5 formal options, 5 swimwear options, and all the other ones. You don't have to do that. If you want to just do one outfit, then just do one outfit. If you want to do an animal, absolutely fine. If basically the rules are, if you can build it, or if you can make it in Cass, that's an entry. You know, like if you wanted to do a dog for D, and you just, I don't know, like I know you can paint the animals and give them really cool coats and furs and colours and stuff like that, but if you get like a pre-made one and you just adjust it a bit, I guess, you know, like if you get, let's say you make a Dalmatian breed, right, but you make it have a little bit of a, like, maybe you adjust the pattern slightly or whatever, like I as long as it is not just you clicked on the dog and the first thing that appeared, that's your entry. I do want you guys to put a little bit of effort and energy and fun into it, because the whole point of it is to have fun, is to go, okay, I want to make a dog in Cass, let's go do that, let's go have fun and do that. And that's, yeah, again, that's really the point of it, is it's challenging yourself. So yeah, if you just open it and submit the first thing that you see, it kind of defeats the purpose of the whole challenge. And honestly, like, again, it's not anything bad, but you're kind of letting yourself down in the sense of, like, it's supposed to challenge you, it's supposed to get you outside your comfort zone and do something fun and different. If you've never made a dog before in Cass, I challenge you to just play around with it, have a little bit of fun, even if you only do it for like 20 minutes or even 10 minutes and you're like, I really don't know what I'm doing. That's still an entry, because you've put effort and time and energy in and you've tried to figure it out. If you got overwhelmed, that's fine. I get overwhelmed all the time. So, you know, I know that would happen to me if I were trying to make a dog in Cass. If my computer didn't blow up, obviously. I don't know how well my computer would do making dogs in Cass. I don't know, when I first got The Sims, I got it with cats and dogs. It was like a deal of, you can get base game and cats and dogs for, like, I don't know, it was on some sort of sale, and it was, like, super awesome to get it on that sale. So I didn't have to pay for the base game and then pay for the pack. It was in a deal together for less. And yeah, I did try and open and play with CAS for a little bit, and my computer could not handle it. It was a little laptop. It was the world's slowest laptop. Like, cool, you could open Word, but try and open Word and Chrome at the same time, and you might explode. You might explode. The computer might explode. Somebody, something, somewhere might explode. So yeah, I've definitely upgraded to a PC over the years, which I've been very, very grateful for. Actually, I think when I got my PC was when I actually started my channel, and I started uploading videos and stuff like that, because I didn't want to try and edit on... I did get another laptop in between that first one and this PC, but that laptop also died. So, you know, it's been a bit of a struggle here and there trying to get things to work and work out and whatnot, but yeah, I've had this computer for a very long time, and it's starting to greatly suffer, so I do need to upgrade it. But that's not the point. The point is, yeah, if you do spend even a couple of minutes just in there in CAS trying to figure it out and try and work on it and play with it and whatnot, that still counts as putting that effort and energy in. So yeah, like, don't feel like you have to you don't have to go in and build the most detailed build out there. You don't have to go in and make the most detailed CAS creation out there, but just something that challenges you, something that at the end of the day you feel like you've done something more, something different, something unique, or, you know, maybe it's something you're really, really good at and you've just done it even better this time. It's supposed to be something that, yeah, it's fun and interesting and different and unique. And if you're looking for build ideas, or when each week is due, or the hashtags that you need to use to upload your build to the gallery if you are officially entering, that is all down below in a... there's a link to a Notion page. Basically, it'll show up like a little website for you guys, and you can just have a little look around, and it's got all that stuff down there. It's got the next 2 weeks, so it's got currently week A and week B, the countdowns for those for when they are due, and yeah, when week A is done, I will go in and update the week A counter to actually be the week C counter, and then I'll shuffle it around. So yeah, you don't have to keep up with all that. You just check the website every week and it'll tell you when each build or CAS creation is due. And like I said, there's also ideas there. So these are previous entries from the first year I ran this, and this is the 3rd year that I'm running it. So things from this year I will also be adding to the Notion page at the end of the year, or at the start of next year, I guess. So yeah, if you are looking for ideas, there's definitely them down there. And yeah, I don't know, it's a fun little challenge. I am starting it with you guys, so I'm actually going to be building at the same time as you guys, because every year I have started it in like October and just been so super stressed about it. So if I start in June, hopefully things get done quicker, faster, more of it is done, and I don't have to worry about it. I do think for maybe June, July, August, there will be some time where maybe I don't do as many of the builds, but that's because I have a save file going on at the moment. I've just joined another save file. There's a lot going on, and I will definitely have like a bunch of builds that, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with them, because, you know, I've got this series going on at the moment, and I want to share those builds with you guys, but I also don't want to interrupt the flow of this series, so I don't really know what I'm going to do about that. I don't know. We'll have a little look. We'll have a little think about it, because I don't want to interrupt, but I also don't want to not share it. So yeah, look, it's maybe one of those things where I'll just upload them anyway, or I'll adjust my schedule slightly so that I can start uploading other builds other than the Pokemon build series, but I also don't want to interrupt the Pokemon build series, you know? I don't know. I'm feeling a little unsure about it all, so yeah, definitely let me know down below, like, what you think I should do. Should I just continue with the A to Z challenge and share those builds once I'm done in, like, January 2028? Or should I shuffle it around slightly and add a few more other styles of builds, like other things? Because this series, there's so many different types of builds. There's like 100 1,000 different styles of builds that I could do. You know, yesterday I did something that was in Moonwood Mill, and I've done some builds in Sulani, and I think tomorrow's build is probably going to be a Cottage Living build. I still have to do it. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. So, yeah, let me know down below. What would you rather? Would you rather me just stick to this series and save those builds for later, or would you rather me share them and then shuffle this around slightly so there's slightly less Pokemon build series and some space for some other builds? Because I'm not entirely sure. I don't know how I feel, and I don't want to not share it with you guys, you know? I don't know, I'll have a think about it, and I'll get back to you guys. You'll probably find out sometime in the future if I change things or if I don't. But it's definitely very, I don't know, it's a lot to think about. There's always a lot for me to think about. It's just, all I'm ever doing is thinking. I swear, sometimes I just can't get my brain to turn off. Sometimes I wish there was an off switch where I could just click a little button and my brain just shuts down and I don't have to think. You know, obviously not shutting down, you know, things like breathing and whatnot. You know, all of the things that I do without having to think. But, you know, I don't want to have to think about things 24/7. I don't know. There's some people I talk to who say that when they say they're not thinking of anything, they genuinely mean they're not, like, there's nothing on their brain. You know, when I say I'm not thinking about anything, it's because I'm not thinking, I'm daydreaming. You didn't ask me if I was daydreaming, you asked me if I was thinking. So I'm not lying, I'm not thinking about anything, I'm just daydreaming. But there's never an off point, and when I've asked people, they're like, yeah, I'm not daydreaming when I say nothing. I mean, my brain is actually blank, and I don't understand it. What do you mean your brain isn't running at 3,000% all the time? That's insane. Okay. I would like to borrow your brain for 5 minutes and just be able to see the nothingness and think about nothing and hear nothing. I think that would be very beautiful and very relaxing and not so stressful. So yeah, to those of you who experience that, I'm very jealous, and don't take it for granted. It's beautiful. It's beautiful having those moments of blankness. I wouldn't know because I don't have it. It's very, very rare. I think the only times my brain is truly blank is when I'm really sick. Now, I'm not really sick now. I did get, I would say, medium sick, and yeah, even then, there was not really any time that my brain actually turned off. It slowed down. It's definitely slowed down, but yeah, the only times is when I'm really, really sick and my brain is just spending all its power trying to recover. So yeah, it's quite interesting. You know, it's quite interesting to talk to people about how we all work and how we, like, our brains are all different and whatnot. It's part of the reason why I studied psychology. But anyway, we're getting pretty close to the end of this video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching and making it through this video. I've had a lot of fun with this series, and it's definitely enjoyable, and it's really, really cool to, yeah, kind of exist within this series and think of ideas for it and whatnot. So I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am, because yeah, seriously, it's so much fun. And yeah, if you want to see more of these builds, or, you know, some of the other builds that I might be uploading, definitely make sure to subscribe. I do come out with a video every single day except for the last 2 to 3 days of February, depending on if it's a leap year or not. Because yeah, when I say I do the A to Z challenge, I upload those videos in February. So yeah, the February will be different to this series. It will contain CC, this series does not. But yeah, if you want to see more stuff like this, yeah, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and sticking through it and sticking through my sicky voice. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.